we're back. Week absence. Just everyone had a busy schedule. We apologize to our fans, especially to a Ty Perry. It started off as friendly reminders. Then I started getting like pebbles thrown in my window. He was outside laughing, joking. Then there were death threats to my grandmother and my family, and
Okay.
it started getting real extreme. So, Ty, Trey, we're sorry. We're back. We know you wanted just because you're 3-0. You'd be ducking us if it wasn't the case. But we're back. So, how's everyone doing?
Doing pretty good, man. Excited for
Good.
football. It's going by fast. It's already week
Yeah,
four.
it
It's already
is.
week four.
No,
Man, to
it's
think yesterday it felt like week one power rankings. Soon it'll be the championship episode.
Yeah, you won't be have anything to do with it too. So
Yeah, I mean,
we,
I
we might not
still
be able to find you.
I still have a spot on this show, so
Yeah,
I think people are
that's
gonna
a
hear my
spotlight. We'll
voice.
be looking for your ass. But all right. I'll start off week three. While Seraphin wakes up a little bit. So we got me versus Ruben championship rematch. Ruben's team came out there and just showed why they won last year. They're still the best team in the league. We have a long way to go. I think that Aaron Jones, helped out a lot. I think Mike Evans just pass retain, shut that shit down. Kelsey fucked up Sunday night. Um, other than that, it's always tough playing Ruben with the Burrow Chase thing. We've been doing this for like the past
I
fucking 4 years. It's always just a dance, the song and dance. And if I'm down, what I'm saying? I'm pissed because it's like fuck. Like now it's gonna be hard to get above Chase. But if I'm like above, if I'm above, I'm okay with it because like okay, we can still kind of be able to hang in there. But being down is tough having Burrow like that. So good game, Ruben. Then we got, we got Trey and Jerry. This is a classic one. This one goes back to like season one controversy with Jerry Hernandez and Ty and Eddie Lacy and a FIFA game. It's just like a folk tale nowadays.
Yeah.
There's whispers about it. No one really knows the true origin, how it went down. All we know is the result of what happens. And when they get back together, it's always fun because I feel like Jerry really just wants to beat Ty's ass in fantasy. I don't know why, I just get that vibe. But Ty always wins. So I mean, Jerry's got some ways to go. He got some ways to go. I mean, DK's looking nice for him. Other than that, Neighbors is looking really nice. Neighbors is surprising me. So and then Ty, I mean, Barkley's just ridiculous. I don't know how many times this guy's be fucking traded. Like I don't fucking get it. But I can't have. But I can't have. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we can trade this guy like 4 to 5 times, but I can't have Saquon Barkley. All right, but I gotta make do with what I get. Um, yeah, that's fine for that one. Then we got Kevin and Drew. Man, like, that's crazy. That is it's tough times over there right now, man. It's gonna take
Yes.
the chessboard's coming out. It's gonna take like you're gonna have to wake up a little earlier than you're waking up right now. You're gonna have to stay up later, just a little later than you've been like staying up. Like
We're taking all trade. We're looking at everything. Uh,
yeah,
everyone's available. So,
yeah, there's potential here. It could be just some bad weeks. Hopefully, you get them all at the same time. Might as well, right? You might as well just get them all at the same back-to-back weeks.
Jalen Waddle's
Um,
quarterback high on the field. So
yeah, yeah, that is. And Chubb is nowhere in sight as of right now.
I mean, like, hey,
AJ Brown. Oh, that's tough. Like that's the guy really that you know his name. Um, Cadden Lee, another great week from Cadden. I mean, Marvin Harrison showing like he was the first pick in the draft. He's a dog. Derrick Henry, what a week. La Familia, the pastor. This one was a tough one. This one, it was a toss up throughout. I think the weekend. Um, I think these teams have been great on paper. It's kind of like it reminds me of Bills, Dolphins, where it's always like, oh, the two top offenses gonna meet up, and then like every time they do, I feel like La Familia just kind of like whoops your ass in a way. Like it's tough for you to just out flash them. They came to play again. So I mean, I said you couldn't go 0-3. Now we're 0-3, and now it's like, hey, like you said, for me, when you get that first win, it slows down a little bit because I've been in those shoes. Trust me, where like I haven't got my okay, I need my first win. Okay, I need my first win. Like, bro, you need that first win. So now, if I'm you, you need this win this week, and it's just not gonna happen. So you have to go into it knowing next week you will be 0-4. That's the mentality you have to have. That's my advice. Because you're not winning this week, bro. It's just not gonna happen. And then we got Colin in county jail, man. County jail. We sent him a small fine for, like we said in week 2, the feces, the rats, the skinning of the rats, the cooking of the rats, the breeding, and then the recooking and the rebreeding. And he really he's got the Misfit Island cooking, like just there's McLaurin. They finally got him a pair of sneakers. Like Kyron Williams got a new fucking like pillow to sleep on. Jaden Daniels. Justin says he's riding around with a Switch. He said he just likes how the youth. He wants to influence the youth as much as he can at county jail. It's really coming together. Like Zach Moss. It's just anyone that you're like, wait, who? Like, yeah, that is. Wait, what? Like that is just generation. You know what I'm saying? Like anyone you can think of that like you forgot about is gonna wash up on this shore, and I feel like it's a very lost yard feel to it. So a hell of a win, my guy.
Okay, yeah. I want to bring it back to your Jesse and Ruben's game because
my Jesse Rubens.
Yeah, Jesse Rubin game because there's a couple things that stand out, and I'm curious what Drew has to say about Kelsey's performance these past 3 weeks. I mean, I think he had 3 points 2 weeks and a 0.3 week 2. Drew, since you're like the tight end guy, if you had Kelsey, like, what are you trying to do here? Like, do you think Kelsey's turning it around? He doesn't look like he's all there. He looks like a little bit like a Sean O'Malley at the Globe.
No, I feel you, but I think I would definitely keep him. You really can't do much with him right now, I think. It can't get much worse. Mahomes playing like shit, though. He's really playing like shit.
I don't know. Xavier Worthy, Rashid are...
Rashid Rice is nice. That's the only person I would be worried about.
Like they're playing well. I just don't know. It's not there. I don't know. Like he's not looking. I don't know.
Right now,
he's got Taylor Swift on the mind. I don't know. What was that?
His upside is too good, though.
You think his upside? I think he's old. I think he's washed. I think his last season was last season. It's unfortunate, Jesse, but hey, Ruben got a second round pick, right, for Kelsey?
First round pick.
Yeah, first round.
Damn.
But then
talk about first round picks
and
another person that's probably not worth a first round pick, Ja'Marr Chase. Right, shocking, right? Because he just dropped 25 points. But I mean, if we look at 2023, Ruben, out of 18 weeks, he only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 18 weeks did he put 10 plus points. 5 out of 18 weeks in 2023.
He was hurt too, right? He didn't play all 17 games.
Okay, yeah, he missed 2. Okay, yeah. So 16, so 5 out of 16, less than half. Is that even a quarter? I don't know, but we just saw one of Ja'Marr Chase's. So do we see another 3, 7, 5 points the next 3 weeks? Like, what are we doing here? He's not worth a first.
Yes.
What are we doing?
Hell,
he's a weird flex. I think there's better flexes.
I do not agree with that at all. No, none of the shit you just said made any sense to me.
I think CeeDee Lamb is better. I think Justin Jefferson is better. I think we all can agree. Does anyone disagree?
I disagree. I think that Chase is better than Lamb.
Chase better than Lamb?
Yeah.
They're the same tier for me, but I think Chase's better. Sure.
Okay, is Amon-Ra better than Chase?
In fantasy?
No.
Yeah, fantasy, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? No, I think we should pull up Amon-Ra's 2023 stats, and I think we see more games. Where
he was definitely, he had a way better season than Chase last year. He was like third.
Which is weird. Chase, Ruben, I think you bought the wrong jersey. Anyways,
I bought it because he's my favorite player.
that's all I have to say about that matchup. I don't know if anybody wanted to add insights, what they thought, glaring issues.
No, it's your turn. It's your turn.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, you want me to run through all the games?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I was just gonna pick out little things. Okay, Colin and Branch. You know, Colin coming off a very hot start to the season, cooled the fuck off. Right, 61 points. CJ Stroud absolutely failed him. You know, I don't think that happens in the long run, but absolute cooler. And in terms of just Branch, you gotta be really happy with Jaden Daniels' production and the fact he's been able to continue it. Finally connecting with Terry. I know a lot of people were asking, like, where's Terry? You know, there's no connection there. But Jaden been able to pick up the game at a, high clip. So, Branch is just this weird. Branch and Colin are these weird, like, catalysts in the West, I think. We didn't think much of them, but, Branch putting 90-plus points, these last 3 weeks. Colin with 2 monster first 2 weeks. I think they're going to shake up the West. And some of my thoughts there. Yeah, I mean, Jerry and Ty. Ty just continuing his hot streak, even behind Jalen Hurts, 10 points. Saquon doing amazing things, right? Saquon was good at New York, but, now when he's got a competent team, competent offensive coordinator, you kind of just see, like, if he would have just been drafted a long time ago on a better team. But it's crazy, right? Ty's, like, turnaround, like, before, like, he had, like, Keenan Allen, he had Devontae Adams, these real old guys, and then he somehow got rid of them, flipped them for Chris Olave, somehow got David Montgomery, somehow got Saquon and Jalen. Like, you gotta tip your hat off. You gotta tip your hat off to Ty here for really changing his team and remaining relevant. And Jerry it just sucks. Nico Collins not playing super great. Zamir White, I don't know where the fuck he's been, but Patrick Mahomes will win Super Bowls, but I just don't think he'll win fantasy championships, right? Like, that's Josh Allen. So we know who the number one.
You said that with a straight face.
What do you mean?
I mean, he's won you. How many has he won? He's won you like
No,
0,
I mean,
right?
like in general, not
Okay.
me.
But how long has he been on your team though?
Josh Allen?
Yeah,
Since like.
And not in the kingdom. He don't want shit here.
that's what I'm saying.
but
Like,
in
I'd love to
general,
know
like,
how
we're
long.
talking in general, like,
okay, guys,
team,
in general,
like,
in general, okay.
in general, like.
In general.
I think you tried sneaking that in there.
Yeah,
got
fucking
called
Josh
out, and
Allen.
now it's in
No,
general.
Straight face that he's gonna win you the championships. He doesn't have any.
Yeah,
the kingdom.
Okay, and then we'll just get into it, right?
Please.
My game with Alonso, right, is Jesse, like you said, like, Alonso's typically a difficult team to play, right, with Tyreek Hill and the caliber of players there. But even with Tyreek Hill not having his quarterback, putting up 4 points, Chuba Hubbard, oh my God, 22 points. That's frustrating.
He's a big Chuba guy, man.
Man, that's never gonna happen again. That was like his 1 week he pops off. I don't see Chuba Hubbard saving anyone's season, winning anyone's season. And Josh Allen, 30 points, second 30-point game. This guy's a stud. But I miss Stephon Diggs. I miss Stephon Diggs' greediness, the fact that he wanted all the touchdowns. Because look what fucking Alonso did. Khalil, touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, a touchdown. I think Kincaid almost had a second touchdown in that game. I need Stephon Diggs' toxicity back. I need that in the locker room because it's hurting. It's hurting, at least when I play Alonso. So, when you build a team, typically nobody likes to ride one offense, but it is interesting having, 2 offensive weapons from the Bills because when Josh Allen's on fire, I mean, there's just a chance for each of those players to get a touchdown.
Stephen,
Yeah.
I have a question. Well, what's your thoughts on your big 3 running backs right now? What are your thoughts on that?
I think Breece Hall and Jahmyr Gibbs have
he's all over
been
the place.
playing. They've been playing to the level like I expect. Like they've been putting up solid games. Like if we go back to, this week, last week, and even the week before, it's been 10 plus points, which if I can just get 10 plus points from my running backs, like that's fantastic. I think the biggest letdown so far has been Travis Etienne. I think the Jaguars are in shambles. We saw them get absolutely destroyed by the Bills.
And he's on your bench right now.
Travis Etienne is right. Stephon Diggs is in the flex. That's going to be a game time decision, trust me. Because I think it's a flip of the coin. The daddy needs to get run.
The Etienne started last week.
He did. I think he had 8.5 points. And
so when you lost and you just like out of anger, just fuck him. Just take a bench on.
Yeah, because here's what happened. I benched Drake London. That was the real kicker. Like that was the ultimate kick in the nuts for me. The fact that I benched, the guy that I kept. I think if we run the numbers back and we adjust the scoring and we put Drake London in, I think I win this week. But I got on the JMO hype. I think he's still the guy. I think he finds his way into the flex, but he's just not my wide receiver too. It's definitely, it's a battle between Ayuk and Drake London. My wide receiver 3 is definitely like Stephon Diggs and JMO. But right now, we're flexing Stephon Diggs over Travis. We'll see, right? Because maybe the Jaguars get away from, the passing game. I mean, Travis still had a fairly decent game, minus a touchdown. If he had a touchdown, that would have been a solid game. So even when they were getting destroyed, Travis was running really well. So I think there's a lot of upside.
Yeah.
And, their passing game sucks. So, they're probably going to have to do it on the ground. Either way, final game here. Captain Drew. Yeah, look. Captain's been barking this entire week. I don't know what he wants from me, but I definitely lit that fire. I definitely lit that fire under Marvin Harrison. I definitely lit that fire for James Cook. If Captain makes it to the playoffs, I'm going to take a little bit of credit. I don't think my words, if my words had changed and they were a little nicer, I just don't think his players play the same. I think he loses. I think he's like 0-3 right now. But, hey, man. These words on this show carry. People care. People have feelings, and congrats, Captain. It's week 3. You're 2-1 in the West. I hope your team carries this momentum. That they carry this energy throughout the whole season, because the last thing I think you want at this point for Captain in general is to start losing, right? Because then I'm there, right? I'm there asking, why are you tucking your tail? Where are you? Like where are you? And that's the message. And I don't,
you like wrote these down. You got them in your notes ad. Just waiting for like 4 more weeks.
He's like enemy number 1. I'm taking notes. I mean, I've got a long list of notes. Long list, 2 pages.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah.
What's your biggest issue with being like Crown Dookie man? Like what's your biggest problem when he goes that route?
So my biggest issue with that is just that Drew just went 2 weeks with under 60 points, and I think we could even say under 58.
Okay, I think it's bigger than 2 weeks.
So I just think
this goes back. This goes back though.
Right, and then it went back right when it started. What's that?
You're not gonna escape the name. This is not gonna happen.
It's a weird thing that Captain has like.
I think Gotti came up with that. I think Gotti was the creator.
Right.
Gotti came up. That's a tough one.
And it came up like the first quarter of the season last year. I went over there. I whooped all their asses.
That was Gotti. I remember that.
Somehow, like even after I won, it stuck around. There was definitely worse teams out there that number one didn't make the playoffs. So like how that stuck is interesting. And then even more, right, that like how Jesse's camera just slid. he still says it, even though like Drew is struggling out here. I mean, Drew's biggest kryptonite, right, is that he
It's bigger
doesn't
than Luke,
have
too.
he doesn't
it's bigger
have
than
Nick
Luke.
Chubb or AJ Brown, right? AJ Brown probably would have got you another 40 points. You still would have lost this week, but it's just a different team with AJ Brown. But yeah, it's just a weird thing. I don't understand it.
So your biggest issue is that like you just don't feel like you deserve it.
It's not that I don't. It's not that I feel. It's that I know.
Okay.
Like if you use
Gotcha.
like a couple, like if he stopped drinking for like a couple hours, like I think he'd be able to like really put it together. Like wow, like you know what? He's actually not deserving of that name. It's actually somebody else.
Stop drinking for a couple hours. I'm dead.
I don't know. I guess there's nothing to do with Qatar. It's like a 2x2 block city, and then it's just desert.
Oh man, that's hilarious. I mean, like it's my fault because I was wondering about the.
No. I wonder too. I wonder too.
Yeah, I'm glad you got that. I'm glad you had to clarify yourself on that because I feel like you never really spoke on that on Dookie Man.
I don't think it's ever
Dookie
been brought
Man.
up like that.
Yeah, like we really addressed Dookie Man, so I'm glad we did. Do you have any other games left you were doing?
No, I think that was all of them.
All right, Drew, you up?
Oh yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I'll start off with my game. Let's get back into that real quick. Nothing to say on my side, really. Just captains. I like captain's team a lot. I think before the season started, I think I'm at fifth. He might finish higher. Really looking nice. Derrick Henry, great pickup.
Mm.
Tide still has a good team, but that was questionable trade in my opinion.
Yeah.
And Cook, that's a nice duo he's got. Pretty sure they got like 15 plus all 3 weeks, or 12 or something like that. I was looking at it. But yeah, captain looks good. What was it, Ruben Jesse? That was a championship rematch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We play again. We play again at the end of the year.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. They Ruben 117, highest of the week. Yeah, Chase is back. It looks like 24 points. Jonathan Taylor with 25. We don't know how to stop this man. Like it's getting ridiculous to be honest. But Burrow had a nice game. Aaron Jones had a nice game. I like Aaron Jones. I didn't think he was gonna be that good.
It pisses me off that he's decent, but
I know, right?
Yeah. I need that. That's clutch.
But no, that was a good game. I think Chase just put it away. Did you have anybody going Monday night?
It's Burrow.
Burrow.
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah.
counterintuitive.
Right. That's what sucks. No, that was good. Ty and Jerry. Saquon Barkley, man. 30 points again. I think that's like 2 or 3 weeks now.
Man.
Or 29 or something like that. But man, he might be the MVP of the year. I thought he'd be top 10, but I think he'd be like RB1. He might end up RB1.
Swear. He looks like the best running back in football.
He
yeah,
does.
he looks crazy.
We should have paid him. Oh wait, $1 more million for Saquon Barkley, $2 million more. But PK, that's the only thing I have to say about Jerry's team. I don't know. Mahomes kind of looks like a bum. Neighbors, yeah, but he just didn't start him, so I don't know.
He didn't start him.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, he had 2 touchdowns, didn't he?
Yeah, he like.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So that was a tough one. Look at Mark Cooper on his bench too, but I get that one. But Ty's team's looking really good. Monty, Saquon, Olave, start not breakout game, but solid game. Who's next? Serafin Alonso. Yeah. Josh Allen's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
sorry.
alright. No, you're good. It's that's like the spotlight. Not really. I'm just looking at his team right now. Gibbs had a good game, 16 points. 0-3 though. It's tough there.
It's tough. It's very tough.
Lamar, 25. Chuba with 22. I just like Alonzo because he just knows like those starts or those spot starts. He knows the matchup very well. I like what he's doing without CMC. No, I remember that before the season. You were not high on Alonzo.
Yeah, Ruben had like a whole like campaign. I guess like a lot familiar. Like he was just like negative ads.
Yep.
I like what he did with the spot starts. Yeah, Colin and Branch. Gotti seems looking good. I think he's gonna have a playoff push here. Jaden Daniels gonna carry with the Terry stack.
He's a playoff team.
I think so. With Kyron being RB5
Yeah,
right now, he looks nice, man. I don't want people who are down him in the offseason. I don't get that.
yeah.
They were saying what's his name, Blake Corum, and
I think Room was down him.
oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I like him a
I
lot.
don't get it.
I don't know why
Yeah, he's a dog. Yeah, I fuck with him too. The whole kick
they.
return, punt return thing, to scare it off the novices, the noobs.
That for real. He did it last year, man.
Yeah.
But Colin Rasheed Fallon Rice, I should say. Wide receiver 5 right now, looking good. Yeah, that's about it though.
All right, I'll go last here. Before I start, I just want to say very quickly about the week. What a shitty week in the NFL. I just want to start there. I think it was just bad. I was at the Colts Bears game.
No.
I was glad. I was actually happy. That was one of the weeks I wasn't a part of the red zone. Yeah, no, don't get me started on that. But what a shitty week. So I just want to make that announcement for everyone. No need to hit the panic button. I've noticed ever since I won a championship, when I speak to y'all, the way y'all receive what I say, it's like a different level of respect. Like, like at school when you hear the intercom, like everyone should stop talking. The intercom's talking. That's how I feel. But I don't know. I just want to throw that out there. But all right, we'll get to the games here. Well, we'll get started here. First, we'll start with my game. I had them in order. It was like I mentioned, it was a tough week. I feel like a lot of teams, what are you gonna do? This is duds everywhere. So I think Justin's had a couple of those players. I think if we played again, it'd be a way closer game. Now, I want to say quickly about my team is the last 2 weeks, man, I've been feeling that same pulse that I felt a little bit last year. Jonathan Taylor, I saw him live. My dad knows the teams. He don't really know all the players though. My dad was asking me like, who's their best player right now? And I was like, oh, the running back. And then he like busted out I think he scored like on the next drive. And I was just like, fuck. It was just bad timing, but he looked really good running the open field, man. Like, I don't know. I'm just very happy he's on the Young Bucks, bro. Like, shout out Derrick Henry, but I'm very happy we got JT. Jamar Chase played really good. It was nice to see him back. Justin Jefferson, bro, like scores again. This is the reason why in the offseason, and I'm a victim to this too, you don't want to get too excited, right? You don't want to start listening to too many narratives. Oh, Sam Darnold don't throw too many touchdown passes, all this and that. If you ever have doubts, man, what I do, search your team, bro. Look them up on their highlights. Get optimistic. There's no reason why Justin Jefferson shouldn't have been approached like he's not Justin Jefferson. But good game. We'll see you at the end of the year. I know it'll be a different battle. And lastly, bro, I think every time Joe Burrow plays, I think Jamar scored. Like it seems like the last 3 times. In the championship game, I know you don't have Joe, but it seems like Chase always scores. Ty and Jerry, I was an ass whooping. Seraphin, I think you said Ty is staying relevant. I think that's an understatement. I think this guy's a championship contender big time. 3-0, best record in the league. I believe the only undefeated team, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Saquon and Jalen Hurts, bro. I thought that was gonna really they're gonna take from each other. Hurts isn't doing good, but it's not because of that. It's because AJ Brown's hurt. Devontae Smith just went down, and he's kind of inconsistent a little bit. But that was the ass whooping. Captain and Drew. I'm still not that big of a fan of Captain's team, but Derrick Henry did his thing. Marvin Harrison Jr. Drew, I don't know. We'll see what the roster looks like. But again, AJ Brown to me looks good here. Looks like an MVP candidate. It's crazy. And Nick Chubb, you lost your 2 best players. It's kind of hard to, in a dynasty league, you don't get that much flexibility in the offseason unless you want to make like big time moves. So we'll see. Who am I missing here? Seraphin, Alonzo. Seraphin, that was a tough game. I think Alonzo stepped up. He made the right decisions playing Lamar Jackson over Anthony Richardson, which should be common sense now.
He knows better.
Yeah, exactly. He knows better, especially against the Bears.
Right.
He looked awful.
Right. He knows better.
Yeah, he knows better. Thanks. And Seraphin, I think your team is still good. I'm looking at the chemistry. I feel like when you play a certain lineup, sometimes I look at your team and I'm like, damn, it's a good team. And you play a different lineup and I'm like, that team sucks. So it's some chemistry thing you got to figure out there. And then lastly, Gotti and Collins. Shout out Gotti, bro. That team, hey, he got
Yeah,
Kyron Williams, Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin. Now that's a little stack big guy. Terry McLaurin, I don't know if y'all paid attention. He looked like a very happy guy on
good
Monday night.
dog, man.
He looked relieved. He looked excited. He looked engaged. He looked like he's in it. And then also, I want to mention Deontay Johnson. I think if Andy Dalton, I just think Deontay can. I don't know what tier he was in, probably like the irrelevant tier, but maybe he can go up a tier and be like a playable type player. Adam Thielen's out too. He's in the IR, so I don't know, man. I think Guy I agree with Drew, but I think Gotti can make the playoffs, which is very impressive, man. We'll talk. I got something to say about him later, but yeah, that's my shit for the week.
All right.
Studs
Move
and
over.
duds.
Yeah, studs and duds. I'll go first. Um, the stud of the week is gonna have to go to Kyron Williams. I think that dropping 29 points, helping Gotti to a win, showing why he's a foundational piece, a building block, someone who he wants to play for the organization. I just hope he doesn't get Tyrese Halliburton. That he just got he has it written all over his face that he might get Halliburton soon. Like he wants to die for Gotti's team, and then he gets flipped for someone who's all right, So I'm cheering that he stays on Gotti's team for a while and ends up being a staple and a dog over there. Dud of the week, man. I gotta go with what's his name? JMO. JMO. That's a bad play, man. That's a bad play, big dog. Point two, Seraphin.
It's,
Point two, man. And you lost by 10. Like you said if you would have played Drake London, let me see, 'cause I know he's a bum too. No, yeah, if you would have played Drake, if you would have played Drake London, you would have won. So this game comes down to chess. Sometimes I know you like to chalk things up to, it's whatever the fuck. You can't really put your finger on it. I don't even watch football. Football is
I don't think any of those
upside
words are
down.
coming out of my mouth.
I
but
don't,
okay.
I don't get it. I don't get it. It's a wazoo. It's whatever happens, happens. But sometimes you can actually play the game of fantasy and there's some skill behind it, and that's where you just fumble the bag right there. That's a bad play, man. That's just a bad one. Who's next?
Yeah, I'll go.
Go ahead, bro.
All right. For my stud, I will go with Jaden Daniels. I'm gonna go Jaden Daniels. I think we talk about Gotti a lot. If he's good, like if Jaden Daniels is good, then that's dangerous, man. I think that if he can kind of mirror what Josh Allen is for Seraphin. So I'll say Jaden Daniels. My dud, bro. Man, there's a couple of guys here. I'm gonna go with Mark Andrews. This guy had a goose egg. I think he only
Really?
ran 4 routes.
No.
What an awful performance, Mark
Oh, didn't
Andrews.
Captain choose him over Laporta?
Laporta, yes, he did. Yeah, I'm gonna go Mark Andrews, man. I'm down here ringing the sirens on this one. I think that he doesn't look good. He don't look. I know he had a pretty significant injury last year. It kept him out of the regular season, but in our playoffs, I think he was done for our league. I don't think he played another game. But Mark Andrews, man, I don't know. That's I think they're using him more as a blocker. Again, you add the fact, like Justin just said, you put Laporta, or you took him over Laporta. I wasn't that high on Laporta. Just he scored a lot of touchdowns last year, but still, youth all day with no injuries. That's all I got.
Yeah, for sure. I'll go. Stud, I'll go with Saquon Barkley. I feel like if he keeps this up, that's might put Ty over the edge. I don't know, really the time I go at it. But 147-2, nice in this game. 29 points. But yeah, I know. I had Jane Daniel down too. I mean, he's gonna be nice for Justin for sure. And then my duds, I got a couple names, but I'm gonna go with Ramondre Stevenson. Started off Thursday Night Football, I think 0.3 for Jerry. It's not a good start.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a little promising this year, I guess, but yeah, 0.3. That just couldn't happen. And I had Andrews and Rashid Shaheed down as well. Fucking bums.
I actually hate too.
0.0.
There's
Complete
like a
nuts.
meme like there's a meme like where like no one starts him and it was like a dancing dude and then like he's dancing real good and then like someone finds it, everyone starts him and he's like dancing like shit. Yeah, that was a bad one. But
Yeah, bro.
that's not him.
My stud, I would like to say, Josh Allen. I think he was the highest scoring fantasy player, but I'm gonna give it to his little brother, Jaden Daniels. I think when you draft a quarterback and he comes and he plays, that's just a great feeling. It's a really great feeling not to have to worry about the quarterback position. So if he continues, I think that's a great draft pick for this year and for the future. The dud is funny. It's a three-way tie, and they're all tight ends. But the one that takes the cake is probably Sam Laporta. His third week only putting up barely 3 points. I think when you bring in a young tight end with promise, and again he fails you, it's a kick in the nuts, and there's no way around it. You traded for him. You thought he was going to come to your team and do something. He's just not there. The Detroit Lions, they have just so many offensive weapons. I mean, Gibbs, Montgomery, Amon-Ra, J-Mo. I mean, Sam Laporta is probably just going to be a blocker from here on out. So it's tough.
Wow. A blocker.
So
Yeah, Sam Laporta is gonna be a blocker from here on out.
He's not
wow.
catching the football. I don't know
All
I
right.
don't know what he's doing.
But anyways, yeah. Now we got let's just wrap it up with biggest surprise so far. You know, just in the kingdom. What's the biggest surprise? I'll go last.
I'll go first. I'm gonna say it's Alvin Kamara being RB2 right now. He's got 71 points only behind Barkley and Josh Allen. Like that's crazy. Looks like he's healthy again. He's running good, catching passes. Good coach finally. But yeah, I just feel dumb because I think you offered me him for something before the season
Yeah,
started. I just
chicken
wanted to
scratch.
point Kamara out. He's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I'll go next here. My biggest surprise, and it's gonna be right at one of our people here, is Seraphin, bro. You're 0-3. I think I can pin 2 out of the 3 weeks where you made a coaching. You came in this podcast 2 out of 3 weeks talking about how if I would have done this and that and that and this. I'm
That's
disappointed that you're
necessarily
not.
true.
I'm disappointed that you're not growing, that you're not able to learn from previous mistakes. And
Okay.
it's funny, bro. You're gonna find yourself another week here. E10 is on your bench as we speak. And
Yeah.
again, like I've been mentioning, bro, I look at your team 1 week, I'm like, all right, okay, the next week it don't click. I think you're my biggest surprise. I don't understand how you're 0-3. I don't know if
I don't understand
your
either.
schedule is that tough. You had Jerry, then you had who else?
Ty and Alonso. So
Oh no, never mind. I'm capping. That's
It
tough.
wasn't like Captain or Drew.
But Jerry, but Jerry, you and Jerry are in the same situation. Like that one hurts. And also too with Alonzo, with no McCaffrey, actually I would say that's another one where I'm not gonna just act like, oh, you gotta easily win or you're gonna easily lose. So I think you being 0-3 is my biggest surprise. I had you in the final four, so we'll see. Bomb.
Yeah, I think my biggest surprise probably so far has been just the competition in the West. Minus Drew, I think everybody's a competitor, especially Colin and Branch. You would have thought, it would just been a couple of pigs wrestling in mud or something. But no, they hit the weight room. And they're contenders. I think it's gonna be tough to be in the West this season. Minus Drew, but but at least it's not like
You gotta
three.
hope to win this week.
Unless it's not like it's
Exactly.
three
You
of
go
your
for it.
teams, in the division that are bad. It's only one, so I can't wait to see how the West pans out. I think Ruben, he's got some things to worry about. Branch has been putting up 100 points. Collins been putting up 100. Captain's been putting up 100. Like, Ruben, you put 117, fantastic. But for you, it's a little hard to put 100 plus. So I think the biggest surprise has been just the competitiveness in the West.
Did you say that backwards, or you meant to say it like that?
No, I meant to say it like that.
Oh, okay. All right, good. That's cool.
Okay. My biggest surprise is
Justin
for
Jefferson
me
scoring every week.
is Malik Neighbors. Like, Daniel Jones is terrible. I thought Malik Neighbors was gonna look like shit for a minute. Like, just like he's coming out the gate. I'm like, I'm absolutely shocked that he's actually like legit, and he's a starter in the Kingdom already, and he's actually a dog. Like, this is crazy to me.
Yeah, that's
Another
a good
LSU
one.
receiver. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right. Anything else anyone gotta say? You off the chest? Seraph, you say you had a rant you want to go on?
Yeah, I got a 45-minute rant. You got strapped in.
Do y'all want to predict the next week?
I am.
Yeah. All right, I'll go first. All right, next week we got me versus Seraphim. It's a rivalry. It goes back. Seraphim. There's close games here and there. I think there's big games, there's close games, but this week I think Seraphim's team has some nice projections, but even his team doesn't believe that shit. They don't believe that shit. They're not dropping that. I think that I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna win this week. Set the tone, set the message with the pastor that window of Diggs, Evans, the old Josh Allen, like those old Seraphim team, those windows closed. And I don't know if you set yourself up for this next 5 years like how you should have. Then we got Drew, Ty. I think Ty's gonna win just because he's been on fire and Drew's not been on fire as of late.
That was so
injuries.
nice. That was so nice.
And what do you mean?
Drew's just not been hot. He's been dog shit.
Right. Well, no, he's 1-2.
He hasn't been so
0-3.
hot. That's nice. It's very nice of you, Jesse. Come on.
Okay. I would say like if he was 0-3, I would like attack it a little bit more. Like if I go to your team, like it's just dog shit because it's 0-3 and it's just fucking pathetic. As a commissioner, it makes me raise my fucking, keeps me concerned as commissioner. Drew, he's probably gonna lose just because like I said, Ty's been going crazy and he hasn't been doing shit. He's been hit with injuries. Ruben versus Colin. Ruben's gonna win this week. Colin losing the guy that was glaring. Then we got La Familia versus Jerry. I'm gonna say Jerry wins this week. I think that La Familia is gonna have her down week just because Tyreek's like Tyreek and CMC kind of like make La Familia, and they're hampered right now. And then we got Captain versus Branch County Jail, one of the best matchups you can ask for. But I got man, this is gonna be a close one. This one's gonna be a close one, man. Like this is like just two damn near equal teams, but I'm gonna go Captain. Captain wins this one. And that's it for me.
I'll go next. Yeah, I'll go. Ty's gonna take the double with me. The locker room's not great right now. Not many people believe in each other. We're not playing for each other. So I'm gonna go with Ty. Jesse Seraphim. Oh, Jesse's gonna fucking destroy this guy, man.
His unbiased opinion, yeah.
Of course. never bias over here. Jesse's gonna destroy him. Josh Allen's gonna drop 50, and Jeremy's gonna score total 55. Ruben versus Colin. I got. I think Colin's gonna get the upset here. I think he's gonna shock a lot of people. It's gonna be a close one. I know he just lost to Branch, but I think he's gonna bounce back well. Sorry. Jerry versus Alonzo. I got Jerry winning. Yeah, Jerry. He's gonna start bleeding neighbors this time, hopefully. Alonzo just, I don't know. Lamar is gonna be good, but like Jesse said, Tyreek and McCaffrey are not their best right now. And game of the week, I got Captain and Branch. I got Branch winning is by 3. His team's playing well. Kyron's gonna snap again. Jane Daniels looks good. Yeah, picks for the week.
Yeah, I agree with you, Drew. That's the game of the week. Yeah, my picks. I'll start with that game. I think Gotti's gonna win a close one. I think Gotti. They're like projection difference like 0.7. It's crazy. So they're battle of the Justins. It's always a great time. I do predict there will be an argument at some point throughout the week between them two. Guy, Captain will send some offensive ass message at 4:55 in the morning, our time, and rattle Gotti. But I got Gotti winning. Me and Colin and I. That's always a rivalry, but I think that we're gonna start pulling away here a little bit from that rivalry and kind of shout out to the kids that are the Young Buck fans that are growing up and they're gonna watch me kick Colin's ass and they're not gonna be there for vice versa. So I think we're gonna change that way. Jesse and Seraphine, I got Jesse. I think it's it'd be expecting Seraphine to win. It's like the definition of insanity, just over and over again. I think until Seraphine wins, I kind of gotta because I don't know if I trust your judgment to make the right pick, right? I mean, you kept Drake London, you don't value him as such. ETN's on your bench,
Right.
and it's just I'm not gonna tell you what to do or not to do, obviously, but I don't know if I trust that. Jerry Alonso, I got Jerry. I think Jerry's team will bounce back again. I think that was an NFL problem last week. I don't know. I think we got a lot of great teams in this league, but I think last week was the NFL. Roger Goodell sleep at the wheel, over officiated. Just nonsense bullshit. So I got Jerry, and then last one, Drew and Ty. I got Ty winning. I think Drew is not out of the woods yet. I think Drew's sneaky bastard. I think he's got a great pedigree in the league. I don't know if he's just I don't know what his mindset is in the future, but I don't count him out at all. But for this week, I think he's gonna lose. I think Ty, he got the hot hand with Saquon. Like, yes, like you said, bro, he's looking like RB1. I mean, this is ridiculous, bro. I thought, geez. Oh, Drew said that? Yeah. Or you'd say he looks like the best running back in the league. That's what you said.
Yeah, he looks like the best running back in football.
Yeah. So it's pretty close. So fuck off, right?
Yeah. But the exact phrasing was off. So I know the fucking Eagles just better, not the same.
Hey, real quick, I ain't trying to take too much time, but Seraphin, I got a question, bro. How do you deal with the allegations, the accusations from ESPN AI accusing you of tanking?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Tanking?
What's going on?
They did a deep dive, bro. They
Ooh.
AI. Yeah.
ESPN AI and our weekly recap, they said that.
I read this week. I didn't read that. They're saying
you're
I'm
stuttering.
tanking.
You're guilty. Sound guilty as fuck right now.
He said, what?
Yeah, I read that, but I skipped that
Tanking?
part.
I didn't see. I read it. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Look. Let me answer these allegations. It's way too early this season to have that mindset. We're here to win championships. There's no way tanking has even come across my mind. I think if I was tanking, we would have saw, Kirk Cousins start over Josh Allen or something. Come on, like. And remember, it's a robot.
With
okay?
you?
It's a robot.
They said like,
Oh no, it's a robot.
It's a
no,
robot.
they said like you can start Josh Allen so you can make it look competitive.
Yeah.
But I guess.
They said it seems like it's on purpose. I was like, wow, that's fucked up. Man. That's crazy. But like, it's doing like a deep dive, so maybe that's what it's realizing.
I think it's this fat guy at the back of a computer. He just kind of like writes something generic, and then just the team names kind of just fill in the blanks.
But hold
like,
on, bro. Hold on.
automatically.
Bro,
He didn't
but
even
hold on.
watch football. He's
Bro.
paid $120,000 a year.
I think
Lives
what
in the
has to do with it, is remember like on draft day, they had you number 1 in the power rankings, bro, and then it was like an hour later, and they dropped you to 10.
Yeah, that robot
So
is.
I
It's
feel
a
like
special robot.
I
That's all I gotta
feel
say.
like it's got something to say about just you, like your team. It's just it goes against everything it believes in. I think everything it was taught about fantasy football, your team goes against, is what it's saying.
Okay.
Just the fundamentals, just
No,
the basic fundamentals
I
the
don't know,
AI was
man.
taught.
I choose the best lineup, and it is what it is. Like, if I could adjust the scoring and put Drake London in, I would.
Put a score
But
adjustment.
right, but that's not a thing. I think it should be a thing. It should be like a lifeline. Phone
we don't
friend
usually do
or
that.
like switch a player. Be something to think about in the future. Either way, let me get through my my matchups for week 4. Yeah, we got me against Jesse, and I got the better quarterback. I got the better running back core. My wide receivers are starting to wake up. It's week 4. Okay, they're getting the reps in. It's starting to come back to normal. So I'm getting the dub this week. Drew and Ty. Drew's getting absolutely dogged this round. It's sad, right? 50 points, 2 weeks in a row. We just hope Drew puts up a fight, but we'll see. He's definitely taking the L regardless, by 5 points or by 50. We got Colin and Ruben. Colin kind of came back down, a little bit of reality, but I think CJ Stroud and Mixon have got something to prove. They hated that loss that they took, so I got Colin beating Ruben. Jerry and La Familia, what Drew said makes a lot of sense. I think Jerry waking up, starting Malik Neighbors, hopefully. I think it's going to be tough, but I think I'm going to give it to Jerry. I think they want it more. I think La Familia is kind of like, they've been to so many playoffs. They've lost so many playoff games. I think it's exhausting. I think they're tired. Captain and Branch, game of the week.
They better not be tired.
Definitely game of the week. Thank you, Drew, for pointing that out. And I'm gonna give this to Branch, the better quarterback, the better running back. Dak Prescott's not gonna put up another 29 points. But I think Jalen Daniels is the real deal. So, giving that game to Branch. That's my week 4.
Everyone?
Yeah. Anyone have any comments or concerns they want to share, get off their chest before we get week 4?
Flies in the milk?
What's that?
We have flies in the milk, Seraphim?
No, not this week.
Oh, none this week?
No, not this
No rant surfing. You say you got a rant?
No, I don't got a rant.
Nothing to say to the group chat in bulk, so you don't have to type it all out. Just nothing about like the jabs that were like thrown today. It was getting hectic in that chat, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I love this surfing. Good shit, surfing.
Yeah, right. It's a bad one. I think you guys feel it too. Whether to use what we want to say on the pod or do we let it all out, right? Or we end up repeating ourselves here. So it's tough when we miss an episode because like we gotta go another week saving the best. But yeah, they were calling me out. They wanted to hear what I had to say. They missed me. They wanted to hear my opinions. I know. So I think I gave the fans what they wanted this morning.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think Kevin's been. I think he's been like calling your name out, for like past 12 months. Like he's just been. Yeah. He's been relentless with you.
I mean, he was calling y'all out too. I think you owe him money or something. Did you cash that?
Bro, I don't owe him shit. The fuck?
No. Oh.
No, that's just one of his go-tos. Is, paying my money. I didn't even know what deal was made.
I'll say this. I'm sorry. This did pop into my head. I think this year I want to be one of the last people that pays. I just want to be one of the last this year. And that's my final 2 cents.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something that we didn't expect. I mean, you're only 3, so I mean, we all know you're not really looking forward to winning anything. So it's not like you're like, it's kind of like you letting us know, like, yeah, you have no intention of being in the playoffs.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just want
we're
to
going
say
on
too.
4. So
So there are rumors that Drew's in talks to get Brian Robinson for a first round pick. So we'll see.
really,
We'll see how that works.
hey, Drew, just make sure we talk. You got Aaron Jones out here. He's a vet that can just go out there and just help you just win games.
Calvin Ridley.
We're definitely looking at everything. First round picks are in question right now, though. We're not really sure about that. We might need.
Yeah, and I feel that. But no, I got nothing.
Oh,
I'm ready, man. I'm off for the rest of the season on Sundays. Man, it's a wrap. Now I feel like I'm officially at football season, so I'm about to start locking in. Starts with Seraphin this week. I think that Seraphin doesn't understand the chess match during the week, during the game. Um, getting in his head. He don't got ATN starting, like you said, Ruben. Like, hey, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a bad thing for him. We don't know.
Yeah.
That might be
It's
a great
game time
call.
decision.
That might be a hell of a call.
Game time. Game
Because
time.
you're right, that offense looked terrible. And
Game
can
time.
they even get downfield? And
Game time. It's gonna be a minute before noon.
Jesse,
I don't even know.
He traded a lot to get that man, so it's tough.
I did. Well, I wouldn't say a
but
lot. I didn't trade 4 first round picks.
At the end
It's
of
not
the
a
day,
Debo
it's the NFL,
situation.
man.
Come on.
Hey, you play the best player, man. And it's and Diggs could snap, and it's like, damn, like what a play by Seraphin. It's like it's up in the air. It's up in the air right now because it's it's. Let's go at it, man. Let's go at it. Garrett Wilson, I got him going fucking crazy this Sunday. He's going fucking crazy. Bet on him. Everybody bet on Garrett.
Who do they play? Who do they play?
The Broncos. The odds are gonna be great. Just bet on him. He's going nuts, man. Aaron Rodgers ain't going for no fucking Surtain, bro. He's gonna be pissed that this guy has that much respect. He's gonna fucking pepper Garrett Wilson. He's gonna pepper his ass with targets.
Has he had a big game in his career for you yet? Has he had a really big game?
Garrett Wilson?
Yeah.
He dropped like 20 for me last year, 20 something.
Okay.
Yeah, he's